I want to talk to you about what I've learned from studying mindset and peak performance over the last 5 to 6 years. When I was 16 years old, I was going through a rough time and was introduced to online philosopher kind of guy by the name of Brian Johnson, not the health guy, but got into a bunch of his stuff, essentially went through like a 12-month program of his. And I've basically at least listened to summary of pretty much every single self-help book that you would know. And I just kind of want to talk about like what I've learned from studying this stuff and like different things that I've seen, just how I view the world through what I've learned. So kind of one of the first points that I want to talk about is like why I got into this stuff in the first place is because how you view the world determines so much of what happens in your life, right? Like the way that you see the world determines your success, determines your failure. I don't really think people understand like how important it is to have an accurate view of the world, right? The only difference between me and Elon Musk, like Elon Musk is the human, just like me. He has the 2 arms, 5 fingers on each hand. He's the same person. But what makes him different from me? It's the way that we view the world. When he sees a problem, he sees, how do I fix it? How do we go to Mars? How do we do this thing? Obviously, he might not be the best example because he's going through some public scrutiny, but the idea is, right, like the only difference between me and the extremely successful person down the street is how we see the world. So if I can change the way that I see the world to the way that they see the world, I'll be able to do what they do, if that makes sense. And so, one of the things that I like to say, right, it's like cliches are the deepest truth. It's a very cliche thing to say, like, oh, how you see the world matters a lot. But cliches are cliche because they're true. People say them so much because it's a deep truth of reality, right? Like the whole Instagram quote thing, people like to run over them because they're overused and stuff. But the idea is something becomes a cliche when it's been said so much that it becomes a cliche, right? But why was it said so much? Because it was true. So a lot of times like people look at cliches and they don't really like them. I really like cliches. So here's 2 cliches for you. Success books can give you the information. You can get all of the information that you want online from a success book. It's all there. Anything that you want to learn, the information is online. But another cliche, and this took me a lot to get through, like these 2 points, right? Like they're almost 2 sides of the same thing. You can get the information from books. And for the longest time, that's what I was doing. When I wanted to run faster in track, that was my first big pursuit that I applied this to, right? I was a track runner in high school, and I really, really, really wanted to make the state championships. That was like the biggest thing for me. And so that's why I started reading all these mindset psychology books. And it's kind of like the first goal that I applied it to, right? But I also applied it to business and my fitness, and I've applied it to tons of things, right? But the idea is, I've kind of seen both sides. Like the experience of actually doing the thing is what really gives you the understanding. You can get the information from someone else online, but to apply it to your life, you've got to go through something. And anyways, that was a really big thing for me. Kind of comes together at the same point though. And this is going to sound like a weird thing for me to say right now, but like whatever it is that you're after, like again, you can get the information online in a book. Experience is what's really going to give you understanding. But the bottom line is like whatever you're after, if you're obsessed about it, if you are not willing to accept defeat, then you're going to get it. And again, these are cliche, like Instagram quote things to say because they're true. But the points in my life when I would not accept defeat, for example, this track thing that I was talking about, I, for 6 months straight, woke up and told myself on May 1st, I will be in Jacksonville, Florida for the state championship track meet. This is what's going to happen. I am going to make it happen. Me and my team, we're going to get there. Every day at practice, I would tell the other guys, and we just were so obsessed with this thing that eventually it happened. Great story. I love that part of my life, that pursuit of achieving the goal. But this also happened with business. I scaled a business from 0 to 30K a month in like 60 days, a marketing agency. And it's because I was obsessed. I worked 12 hours a day. And sure, I had the information from books and mentors and stuff online. I paid for courses. I did all that stuff. I had the information. One of the other big things that I realized, like, that not a lot of people are willing to admit is that your physiology, your body's health drives your psychology, right? Like, this is all cliche stuff. It's annoying that I keep after saying that, but it's like your sleep, your diet, your workouts, like the way you treat your body is unbelievably correlative to your health mentally. Like how you think and how you view the world is shaped by your physical health. And this kind of just draws back to that point of like, okay, what's the difference between me and Elon, right? If I'm in better shape than Elon, how does he have a better psychology than me? It's not necessarily that he has a better psychology than me. It's just he has a different approach of viewing the world, right? If you want to be more concrete in the way that you view the world, having a better physical health helps that. I don't know if I'm going off on a tangent here, but the point is, at some point, you're going after a goal. You want to be obsessed. How do you go to the next level in achieving it? You lock in your physical environment so that your psychology is even more obsessed with the thing that you're after. So this kind of goes into two different paths, right? Like, you want to lock in certain things. There's kind of, again, two different ways you can do that. For the longest time, I was this side. I structured out everything. I had a daily routine. 4 a.m., this thing, that thing, the next thing, the whole day was planned. The other side of things is like just going off of intuition, like doing what your body tells you to do. These are like two sides of a very important coin when it comes to application of truth, right? Like, sometimes you just have to take the very structured, like, exact things at the exact time, and that's the way to move forward. Other times, it's better to go to the intuition path. Like, again, very cliche statement, there is no one way. For some people, working off intuition will help them go farther. For other people, it's easier if they just have a set, structured, dialed in routine. But either way, the reality is if you want to perform at a higher level, it's one of these two things. It's like going straight minute by minute routine and allowing for some sort of, intuition and flow to come in and spontaneity to allow to change things up. But the reality is, like, find out what your way is, because across successful people, they've all done different things. I mean, of course, there's very similar things that they've done. They were obsessed with what they did, but some of them worked off of intuition. Some of them worked off of both. So in most cases, that's the right solution. Have structure and spontaneity. The right combination of both is going to depend on what you need, though. I guess this kind of brings me to my last point. The deepest realization that I have had in the study of all this stuff, reading all these books, doing all this work on myself, is this. You are here to create something, whether that is the dream physique or the dream business or family or whatever it is. Like, you have been put here to create something. Your job is to figure out what it is and then get obsessed about achieving it. That is all of mindset, mental performance, high performance. That's what it all comes down to. What is the thing that you are here to create? How do we get obsessed about creating it? And then again, going back to practical application, how do we structure it and allow for some spontaneity into achieving it in our life? This is the message that I want to share for the rest of my life. You're here to create something, figure out what it is, and then give all of yourself to creating it. This is the deepest truths that I have realized from, again, this has been my obsession for over 5 years now. Any book that you know of on this stuff, I have read. It is all that I do. It is my obsession. It is my focus, and has been for a very long time. I've seen pretty much every goal that I've been after realized because of this stuff. It's real. It's 100% real. By the way, I am going to achieve success with content. It is going to happen because every single goal that I have gone after, I've achieved success in. And that is just because of obsessing over how I see the endeavor that I'm going after. I'll stop yapping. I'll save you the time. If you want to continue this conversation, would love to jump on a call with one of you guys. You can DM me on Instagram. Link's going to be in the description. If you want to jump on a one-to-one call and talk about this stuff, I have a calendar link as well. But yeah, we'll love to hear what your thoughts are, what you've taken away from this video, and also just from your own mindset, mental performance journey, what you've kind of seen in the industry. And so appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.